Stop. Before you spend another dollar at the grocery store this week, you need to hear this. Because in the next 60 to 90 days, some of the things on your regular shopping list are about to jump 20, 30, even 40% in price. And the ones that will hurt your family the most, they're probably not the ones you're thinking about. Now, I'm not here to scare you. I'm not building a bunker. I'm a working mum with a calculator and a problem to solve. And the problem is this. The tariffs that just went into effect are not abstract. They are not a political argument. They are a price tag. And that price tag is coming to a store near you very, very soon. Here's the part nobody's telling you. The products that get hit hardest aren't the ones with big Made in China stickers on them. They're the everyday basics you buy on autopilot. And the companies selling them are already planning their price hikes. They just haven't announced them yet. So, today, I'm giving you a practical list. 30 groceries and household items worth buying more of right now, before those hikes hit. And I'm going to tell you exactly which ones to skip, because a lot of the stockpile advice out there is going to waste your money. Let's start with the ones that matter most. Coffee. The United States imports more than 70% of its coffee from Brazil, Colombia, Vietnam, and Ethiopia. All of those countries just got hit with new tariff rates, ranging from 10 to 46%. Coffee companies were already dealing with a global shortage. Now add a 25 to 30% cost increase on top of that. The last time there was a major supply hit on coffee, retail prices jumped 40% in under 6 months. Buy 2 or 3 extra cans or bags of whatever you normally drink. Sealed coffee keeps for up to a year. This is the easiest call on this entire list. Olive oil. Italy got hit with a 20% tariff. Spain 20%. Greece 20%. The United States imports roughly 97% of its olive oil from Europe. We don't grow enough here to fill that gap, not even close. And olive oil prices already doubled between 2022 and 2025 due to drought in southern Europe. We never recovered from that. Adding a 20% import tariff on top of an already strained supply is going to push prices higher again. And before you say it, no, the stores are not going to absorb this. Kroger, Walmart, and Target are publicly traded companies. They will pass every cent of this to you. That is not cynicism. That is their legal obligation to shareholders. A 1-liter bottle of quality olive oil is sitting around $5 to $7 right now at most warehouse stores. That same bottle will not be $5 for much longer. Buy 3. Store them in a cool, dark place. They last 18 to 24 months unopened. Canned fish. Tuna, sardines, salmon. The United States imports most of its canned seafood from Thailand, Ecuador, and Indonesia. Thailand just got hit with a 36% tariff. Ecuador, 10%. Indonesia, 32%. The math is simple. A 6-pack of chunk light tuna that costs $4.50 today could be $6 to $7 by fall. Stock up now. Canned fish lasts 2 to 5 years sealed. Cooking oils, canola, vegetable, palm. Most of the raw materials in these products are imported from Malaysia and Indonesia. Both got hit with substantial new tariff rates. The oil companies don't absorb these costs. They pass them on. If you fry, bake, or cook anything at all, buy a couple of extra large bottles right now. They keep for up to 2 years. Canned tomatoes. Diced, crushed, paste, sauce. Italy is the world's largest exporter of processed tomatoes to the US. Italy just got a 20% tariff. This affects every pasta sauce, pizza sauce, and can of crushed tomatoes you buy. Stock these. They're cheap, they're versatile, and they last 2 to 3 years on a shelf. This is one of the highest value things you can stockpile per dollar spent. Now, what if I told you the next category on this list is the one nobody is talking about? And it might be the most important thing your family buys all year. Medications, over-the-counter and generic prescription. Here's the scary part. 70% of the active ingredients in generic drugs sold in the United States are manufactured in India or China. India just got hit with a 26% tariff. Ibuprofen, acetaminophen, allergy medication, antacids, cold medicine, all of it. The medication price hikes will not happen overnight, but they will happen. Buy 3 months of whatever your family uses regularly, right now. This one item on this list could save you more money than everything else combined if someone in your house gets sick this winter. Spices: pepper, turmeric, paprika, cinnamon, cumin, almost all imported from India, Vietnam, Indonesia, Sri Lanka, and Brazil. All of these countries just got hit with tariff rates between 26 and 46%. A jar of black pepper that's $2 today at Costco keeps for 3 to 4 years. Buy several. This is the lowest cost item on this entire list with one of the highest tariff impacts. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking, I'm already stretched thin. I can barely cover this week's groceries. I don't have $100 sitting around to stockpile anything. I hear you. And here's the answer. You don't need to do this all at once. Pick 2 items from that Tier 1 list, just 2, and add 1 extra unit to your cart this week. That's it. 2 items. Maybe $4 extra. Maybe 8. The whole point of this list is that you build the buffer slowly over several shopping trips before the prices jump. You don't need to spend $100 today. You need to spend $5 more than usual every single week for the next month. That's the working mom version of this. Not a panic buy, a plan. Now think about this. That's Tier 1, the things with the most direct, immediate tariff exposure. But there's a second category worth paying attention to. These aren't going to spike in weeks, they'll spike in months. And most people won't see it coming. Rice and dried beans. These are largely domestically grown, but the fertilizers and pesticides used to grow them and the equipment used to process and ship them rely heavily on imported components. That cost will work its way into the food supply, just more slowly. 6 to 12 months from now, still worth buying more than usual. A 25-pound bag of rice costs around $12 to $14 and lasts indefinitely stored properly. A family of 4 can stock a 6-month supply for under $30. Pasta and dried legumes. Same story. Domestic production is significant. Delayed tariff impact. Low cost per calorie. Easy to store. Think about this. These aren't the items making headlines. They're the quiet ones that hit your wallet 6 months from now, when you've forgotten this video existed. Laundry detergent. Procter & Gamble, which makes Tide, has already publicly announced it will raise prices due to tariff impacts on raw materials. So has Unilever. This is not speculation. They said it on their earnings calls. Liquid detergent sealed in the bottle lasts 2 years. Buy 4 to 6 containers of whatever you normally use. Dish soap and cleaning supplies. Same situation. P&G, Unilever, Colgate-Palmolive. All 3 flagged price increases coming. These products contain chemical inputs that are largely sourced from China and Southeast Asia. Stock up on the basics. You'll use them. Toothpaste, bar soap, shampoo. 70 to 80% of the manufacturing components come from China and India-based chemical supply chains. Prices here will move. Not dramatically, but they'll move. These keep for years. Buy extra of what you already use. Now here's where I'm going to save you some money, because a lot of people are about to panic buy the wrong things. What if I told you that some of the most popular stockpile items everyone's talking about right now are actually a waste of your money? Here's the list of what to skip. Toilet paper. Every panic list in existence includes toilet paper. But here's the reality. The vast majority of toilet paper sold in the United States is manufactured here. The raw materials, pulp and recycled paper, are primarily domestic or from Canada and Mexico, which have separate trade arrangements. The tariff impact on toilet paper is minimal. Don't overbuy this. Fresh produce. Strawberries, tomatoes, bananas, avocados. Yes, these are imported. Yes, tariffs will affect them, but you cannot stockpile fresh produce. It spoils. If you want to buffer against produce price hikes, buy a chest freezer and stock frozen vegetables. A 2-pound bag of frozen broccoli runs about $2.50. Same nutrition as fresh. 3-year shelf life frozen. That's the actual move. 50-pound bags of rice. Unless you cook rice every single day for a large family, a 50-pound bag is not practical. It needs airtight storage to last. Most people don't have the setup. And the price difference over a 25-pound bag at Costco is minimal. Buy what you'll actually use. Bottled water, covered by domestic production. Not a meaningful tariff target. Skip this entirely unless your local water supply has quality issues. So what does this actually cost? What's the real number? If you bought 1 extra unit of everything in Tier 1, coffee, olive oil, canned fish, cooking oil, canned tomatoes, medication, and spices. For a family of 4, you'd spend approximately $120 to $150 today. At projected post-tariff prices, conservative estimate, that same basket will cost $180 to $210 by the end of 2026. You're looking at a real savings of $50 to $60 on a single purchase. Do this once a month for 3 months, and you've potentially protected your household from $200 in price hikes without changing what you eat or how you cook. That's not prepping, that's math. Here's what I want you to do right now. Take a screenshot of this list. The next time you're at Costco or your warehouse store, add 1 or 2 extra units of the Tier 1 items to your cart. Check the price per ounce. Compare store brand to name brand, because the store brand version of almost everything on this list has the same tariff exposure, but you're starting from a lower price point. The pain is smaller. Don't panic buy everything at once. Don't go into debt stockpiling. Be strategic. 1 extra unit per trip. That's it. That's the working mom version of tariff-proofing your household budget. I'll be back next week breaking down the exact price per ounce math on every category I just covered, so you know exactly how much you're saving, and when the hikes actually hit your local store. If this helped you, subscribe, because I do this every week, and I'm just getting started.